Hi, it's Nani, and welcome to the Chronicles of Nani. Today we're going to be having a little bit of fun. Remember a while back, I assured you that the classic Nani poem was not a serious poem, and that strangely enough, I have written some serious poems that aren't too bad. Don't know where that came from, because that's not me. The actual Nani poem always rhymes, or if it doesn't rhyme, it rhymes wrong on purpose, and it's silly and goofy and usually kind of short, and it makes you laugh or giggle a little bit. Remember, I promised you jokes. If you don't find some of this stuff like so stupid it's funny, you really need to go someplace else to find comedy. Um, Ben Glebe is not a bad choice for finding comedy. Also, Trevor Noah, good comedy there, great dimples. Um, but uh, but really, you can find great comedy here. Just listen to my real poetry, and that's what I'm going to concentrate on today. I'm going to share with you some of the artwork that is really the inner Nani, and it's my goofy poems. So let's get started. The first poem is I used to do on the regular blog, and honestly, I still do it, just nobody ever says that they're interested. I do what's called Friday by Request. And I started doing this way back when my vlog was on Yahoo 360. And this was a Friday by Request. And it was a poem about groceries. And my husband's the one who requested the poem. So that's a great place to start. Really old with a relationship that's, kind of old. And here we go. Okay, this is the ancient Yahoo 360 Friday by Request from my husband, and it was requested in August of 2006. And he asked me, or challenged me, to write a poem about groceries. And here's what I came up with. A poem about groceries for David. Apples, oranges, and plums, the fruit bowl cries for purpose. Lettuce, tomatoes, and peppers, the poor crisper has none. Burgers, chops, and chicken, the freezer meat shelves empty. Ice cream, veggies, and entrees, the top shelves barren too. Flour, sugar, and coffee, the canisters sound so hollow. Cereal, soup, and pasta, the cupboard shelves collect dust. Dinner rolls, cookies, Pop-Tarts, the bread box light as a feather. Cinnamon, chili, and garlic, the spice rack bottles are clear. Let's go to the grocery store. Pretty good for a Nani poem. Pretty legit for a Nani poem. The next couple poems are also Friday by Request poems. Little more recent, these were last year. One was requested by a friend on Facebook. One was requested by a friend I know through my blog. They both asked for poems about squirrels because they know that I love squirrels. That's not a joke. I seriously do love and adore squirrels. I'll let you hear the poems. You will know how dead serious I am about squirrels after you hear these poems. The first one is called A Child's Camping Buddies. Camping with our grandparents in the late off season always caused Papa to require, with his own reason, better know where the nearest hospital is, 'cause one of these times they'll bite that kid. After a summer full of campers, they were practically domestic. I'd sit alone on a picnic table with my bag full of peanuts, They gather around me enjoying their treats, some right out of my hand. I thought that was neat. When I wasn't at the playground or catching a fish, I was back at the picnic tables granting their wish. And all of my grandfather's fears were for naught, 'cause I never once needed a rabies shot. The next Squirrely poem is sort of a mother-daughter poem, except that I have no human children of my own, but I have a feline daughter that loves squirrels as much as I do. This one's called Squirrely on Cat TV. When there's not the boring white show on Cat TV, Squirrely is my favorite show to watch with JD. Having a giant oak tree in our front yard guarantees Kitty and I will be watching hard. I can't see the nest from the wheelchair when I'm out, but there's one squirrel on that tree constantly happy and stout. And she'll share the tree with some others to play. There seems to be a limit, they only come up halfway. On a good day we'll see 4, 5, or more scaling that tree and looking to explore. JD wags her tail and paces the big front screen. I chuckle and call her Mama's girl as I watch that scene. When the day gets later and they finish their playing, she can often be found snuggled across my chest laying. JD falls asleep, still wiggling it seems, chasing the squirrels in the yard in her dreams. After those poems, there should be no doubt that it's serious that I love squirrels for real, and have since I was a little kid. My grandfather seriously did know where the nearest hospital was in case one of the squirrels bit me, because there was no way to keep me away from the squirrels when I was a kid. And now the wonderful thing is my recliner pretty much faces the big oak tree in our front yard, and I see squirrels playing all the time. Moving on to more, yes, this is Nani's real brain poetry. As much as I love squirrels, I hate snow. Snow is good for sitting inside and drinking hot chocolate. Snow is good for, sitting inside and having a hot latte. Snow is good for sitting inside and having a peppermint mocha. You kind of get the idea that snow is good for sitting inside and having a warm drink. This one is about driving in the snow. Written in 2007, when I still drove. Twinkle, twinkle, little flake, what a rush hour mess you make. Windblown with your million friends, waves and waves, where will it end? Twinkle, twinkle, mean old flake, think I'll move to Saint-Tropez. That's the poem, and that's all the time that snow gets from me. This is a poem that I wrote while David and I were waiting for a train to photograph in Royal Oak, Michigan, and we were watching a passenger train and someone running to catch the train. And, well, here's the poem. This one is called No Departure for a Royal Entrance. Leaving Royal Oak on an Amtrak train, heading west to be a little insane. A weekend in Chi-Town, need I explain? DeBevick's, Comiskey, the beer will rain. Saturday morning the alarm clock rings. Grab a wheeled bag for clothes and things. My hottest looks for my time off fling. A Southside mama's gonna make me sing. Park and walk at a casual rate. I'm cool 'cause I'm hot, can you relate? But without me my train leaves the state. Oh, not again, I got there too late. That poem was actually written watching a guy casually crossing the street with his commuter bag and going into the station and then seeing the train pulling out of the station and running off after the train like he seriously thought it was going to stop for him to jump on. Um, and it was a train bound for Chicago. And it was a fun poem to write. I really have no idea what was going on in the gentleman's mind as he was running after the train, but oh, it was so fun to watch. I have to start this one with the coffee cup because my niece Tori is the one who first brought up the Nana, it can't be a coffee shop if you don't have coffee. So, one more sip of coffee just for you, Tori. We're getting close to the end of my silly frivolity for the week, and I hope that you're enjoying it as much as I enjoy going through and saying, "Oh my God, I forgot I wrote that one." Ah! And they make me laugh too. This one is loads of fun. It's something my brother will tell you I don't remember she ever called me that. But it's fun. It goes with the scrapbook page, and I enjoy reading this poem every time I do. Remember when, my brother dear, we'd run and play and laugh and cheer? Our summer world, a pass for the pool, crafts and vacation Bible school, baseball cards and hearing the word, sneaking out with our friends to visit the bird. Autumn came, and after your birthday, lunch with no parents, Mom said okay. Burgers with friends, a liberating feeling. Wonder how they got that pickle off the ceiling. Winter's chill meant hockey time. I cheered at your games, you cheered at mine. Christmas morn, you offered help, 'cause I took too long, my slowpoke self. Springtime came, and the parks opened up, the swings, the slide, and other cool stuff. The snow went away, and we got back out, and there were always some things you forgot about. The older sibling establishes roles, with challenges, dares she likes to propose. The backyard tree and the monkey bars, let's see you climb them, it's not so hard. Years later, Mom was shocked to hear why her little boy defied his fear. Her daughter telling her Davy stuck was because I always called you Baby Butt. I showed my brother that scrapbook page, and he swore, "You never called me Baby Butt. You never did that. I never climbed the tree because you dared me. I never went on the monkey bars because you dared me." And yet, why was it he always did it and had me skipping back to tell my mom, "Mommy, Davy's in the tree again." Yes, he doesn't remember it because he's blocking it out, but Baby Butt was all that it took to get him to do anything I wanted. I defended him against anybody else that ever tried to offer any violence or teasing or anything else, but that was because nobody makes my little brother cry but me. So that brings us to the end of fun and games for this week. I hope you enjoyed and got a laugh out of some of the stuff. And I do want to leave you with one short little piece that I wrote in the last couple weeks. And spider webs I don't like. Show me a spider and I'm going to start freaking. I do definitely realize that's an irrational fear, because no matter what, I'm still bigger than the spider. Except a couple weeks ago, my equally arachnophobic aide, and I saw a spider that was, my first thought would be like 50-cent piece, and I shrunk it down to a quarter. My other aide was in at the same time, and my husband was still home. Now, my husband and the not arachnophobia aide also believe that if the spider's outside, you don't kill it because it's outside. This spider was on the window. It may have been outside, but it was huge. And the arachnophobia aide and arachnophobia me go out in my wheelchair, and she walks out with the spider spray can. And because this spider is on the window that's right next to the wheelchair ramp. And we got out there, and it's this huge spider, and it's got dots on it, and I don't know if it's a like cross between a spider and a ladybug and Godzilla. But so we spray the spider spray at the spider, and the spider starts to crawl up into the window. It's like, no, not up into the window, spray it some more. And we spray it some more, and we get the spider down there, and she's just spraying and spraying and spraying. And then I take over the spider spray, and I start spraying the entire area, because by this time we've lost the giant spider, and we're both kind of freaking out. And my husband and the aide who's not afraid of the spider would not kill the spider for us. So the arachnophobic aide and arachnophobic me, she sprayed and got the spider down, and it was huge. It really was huge. The aide who's not arachnophobic said it was about the size of a quarter. Because my husband was saying, yeah, it was probably an itty-bitty spider and you just blew it out of proportion. And it's like, no, when I blew it out of proportion, I was thinking 50-cent piece, maybe silver dollar. I brought it down to a quarter because I knew you wouldn't believe me if you actually heard what my brain was thinking. But the spider who does, or the aide who does not have arachnophobia said, no, it's about the size of a quarter. Good sized spider. So we managed to get the spider down, and my aide is spraying all over the place because now the spider has fallen into the weeds and we can't find the spider. And I said, just keep spraying. And then she passed the can over to me, and I sprayed some more down in the bottom of the weeds, because I don't want this giant, awful, scary looking spider crawling on the ramp rails when I'm trying to go down in the ramp in my wheelchair. So just little story about the oh my god, terrible looking spider. But it brings me to the final poem of the poetry session, and that is the big humongous spider. The last poem of the day is the big humongous spider made a web in the front window. We desperately need some rain to make the webbage go. Then we need some spider spray to kill all of those pains, so the dead humongous spider can't try that again. Please forgive my singing, because it's worse than my poetry. But so ends this week's vlog. I hope you found as much to laugh at hearing it and seeing things as I did listening to it. And I'm sure that I'm going to be doing some smiling and laughing in editing on this one, without a doubt. As I always say, please subscribe. When that subscription number goes up, that makes me smile. And please don't take the fact that I smile at all of my stupid poetry as being enough. No, the number going up is even better. And if you've got some goofy poetry of your own that you would love to share, I would love to see it in comments. And I'm sure that anybody that enjoyed my goofy poems would love to read some more goofy poems. So please share them with us. Or you can share a link to your own YouTube channel if you've got goofy poems on any of your YouTube videos. We'd love to hear them. And I hope everybody has enjoyed coffee time with goofy poems and fun M&Ms. And I hope you had fantastic coffee and a great smile while you were watching and listening. And until next week, I will see you for coffee again, 8 a.m., as I do every Friday. And until then, have a fantastic week.